Hey thrill seekers, buckle up because today we're diving into the heart-pounding, adrenaline-pumping world of roller coasters. If you're anything like me, there's nothing quite like the rush of wind in your face, the scream-worthy drops, and that moment when you feel like you're defying gravity itself. Roller coasters are the ultimate test of courage, engineering marvels that push the limits of speed, height, and pure excitement. But how do you crown the best of the best? Some folks love the most inversions, others chase the tallest drops, but for this list, we're going all in on speed, because nothing says thrill like rocketing down a track faster than you can blink. This is our countdown of the top 10 fastest roller coasters in the world as of September 2007, based on their jaw-dropping top speeds. From towering giants to scream machines that launch you into another dimension, these coasters are guaranteed to leave you breathless. So grab your virtual ticket, strap in, and let's ride. Kicking off our list at number 10 is the Phantom's Revenge, a fan favorite at Kennywood Amusement Park. This beast replaced its predecessor, the Steel Phantom, in 2001, and let me tell you, it's no slouch. With a top speed of 82 miles per hour, this coaster sends you plummeting down a massive 228-foot drop that feels like it goes on forever. What makes it special? A spooky subterranean tunnel that swallows you whole as you race through at breakneck speed. The Phantom's Revenge ditched the loops of the old Steel Phantom for a wild series of hills and drops, giving riders that stomach-in-your-throat sensation over and over again. Plus, it keeps some classic vibes with its original steel track, a nod to tradition wrapped in pure adrenaline. If you're in Pennsylvania, this is a must-ride for any coaster junkie. Next up, we're heading to the roller coaster capital of the world, Six Flags Magic Mountain, for the mighty Goliath. Clocking in at 85 miles per hour, this beast isn't just fast, it's a full-on sensory overload. Goliath boasts the third highest drop on our list at 255 feet, plunging you straight into a foggy tunnel that feels like you're diving into another dimension. Standing over 20 stories tall, it's also the seventh tallest coaster out there. What sets Goliath apart? Those camel hump hills that toss you around, and a legendary bunny hop, where you literally float off your seat thanks to the insane forces at play. Riders and critics alike call it one of the most fun coasters ever built, and once you ride it, you'll see why. It's a Goliath by name and a giant by nature. Staying in the Six Flags family, let's talk about Titan at Six Flags Over Texas, another speed demon hitting 85 miles per hour. Designed by the same Swiss masterminds behind Goliath, Titan takes things up a notch with extra twists and turns. Its 5,280 feet of track, that's a full mile of steel, means you're in for a longer, wilder ride packed with drops, loops, and corkscrews. Picture this. You crest a 255-foot hill, then plunge into a pitch-black tunnel at full speed, feeling the rush like never before. Oh, and did I mention the spiral that pulls a bone-rattling 4.5 Gs? That's enough to make you feel like an astronaut blasting off. Titan is proof that everything's bigger in Texas, especially when it comes to thrills. Now we're stepping into legendary territory with Millennium Force at Cedar Point, the park known as the roller coaster Mecca. When this beauty debuted in May 2000, it shattered expectations and claimed 10 world records. Yeah, it's that good. Soaring to a dizzying 310 feet, it's one of the tallest coasters on the planet. With a top speed of around 93 miles per hour, you'll rocket through 13 acres of track, weaving through dark tunnels, corkscrew turns, and a jaw-dropping 300-foot drop at an 80-degree angle that'll have you screaming for mercy. The ride even takes you out to an island in the middle of the park, making it feel like an epic adventure. Clocking in at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, Millennium Force is a marathon of thrills that every coaster fan needs to experience. Halfway through our list, we're jetting off to Japan for the Steel Dragon 2000, a record-breaking monster at Nagashima Spa Land. This coaster doesn't just go fast, it's the longest roller coaster in the world, stretching an unbelievable 8,133 feet. That's over a mile and a half. Using a traditional chain lift, it's also the tallest coaster of its kind, with two chains working together to haul you up the massive lift hill. Why two? Because a single chain would have been way too heavy. Hitting speeds close to 95 miles per hour, Steel Dragon 2000 opened just months after Millennium Force and stole its crown as the tallest complete circuit coaster. With endless hills and drops, this dragon roars through the Japanese skyline, delivering a ride that's as epic as its name suggests. Back to Six Flags Magic Mountain for a coaster that's less about twists and more about pure, unfiltered terror. Superman, The Escape. This one's a game changer, hitting 100 miles per hour, the first coaster ever to break that barrier. Unlike traditional looping coasters, Superman is all about straight-up insanity. You're launched up a 41-story tower in just 7 seconds, then, get this, you pause at the top before plummeting backwards in a 6.5-second freefall that leaves you weightless and screaming. The L-shaped track is designed to maximize that gut-wrenching sensation, and trust me, it delivers. If you're looking for a ride that feels like a superhero showdown with gravity, Superman, The Escape is your ticket to the stars. G'day, mates. Let's head down under to Dreamworld in Australia for the Tower of Terror, a steel reverse freefall coaster that's not for the faint of heart. Powered by electromagnetic force, this 6-ton beast accelerates to 100 miles per hour in a mere 7 seconds, pulling a crushing 4.5 Gs as it shoots skyward to nearly 38 stories high. Then comes the moment of truth, a 6.5-second freefall that feels like the floor drops out from under you. Oh, and just for kicks, you do it all in reverse, hurtling back to the station at lightning speed. The Tower of Terror is a masterclass in raw power and heart-stopping thrills, making it one of the most intense rides in the Southern Hemisphere. Japan strikes again with Dodonpa at Fuji-Q Highland, a coaster that's as fast as its name is fun to say. Opened in 2001, this steel sit-down screamer uses a compressed air launch to blast you to 107 miles per hour in less than 2 seconds. Talk about a wake-up call. Standing 170 feet tall, Dodonpa starts with a massive, sweeping curve that lets you catch your breath, barely, before hitting a top hat element that dishes out some of the most extreme negative G-forces you'll ever feel. The name Dodonpa comes from the catchy musical jingle played in the queue, and trust me, you'll be humming it long after your ride is over. If you're chasing speed and intensity, Dodonpa is a bucket list must. We're back at Cedar Point for the one, the only, Top Thrill Dragster. The first ever strata coaster, defined as a complete circuit ride between 400 and 499 feet tall. This bad boy launches you to a mind-blowing 120 miles per hour in under 4 seconds, making your heart race before you even hit the main event. A 420-foot climb up a 90-degree incline with a sneaky 90-degree twist that flips you over the top. On the way down, you're treated to significant air time. That's coaster speak for feeling weightless, followed by a 270-degree spiral that leads into magnetic brakes for a smooth stop. Fun fact, this was the last coaster to use lap bars instead of over-the-shoulder restraints due to some mechanical quirks. Top Thrill Dragster is a speed freak's dream come true. And here we are, the undisputed king of speed and height, Kingda Ka at Six Flags Great Adventure. Not only is this the fastest roller coaster in the world at a blistering 128 miles per hour, but it's also the tallest, towering at an insane 456 feet. Using a hydraulic launch system, Kingda Ka rockets you from 0 to 128 in just 3.5 seconds, pulling 1.67 Gs that pin you to your seat. You'll climb the main tower with a 90-degree twist, then plunge 418 feet straight down through a 270-degree spiral that's as beautiful as it is terrifying. A second, 129-foot hill gives you a brief moment of weightlessness before magnetic brakes bring you back to reality. One catch? This ride doesn't mess around with weather. Light rain can shut it down because those high speeds make raindrops feel like needles. Kingda Ka is the ultimate coaster crown jewel, and riding it is like conquering Mount Everest for thrill seekers. There you have it, folks. The top 10 fastest roller coasters in the world that'll make your heart race and your voice hoarse from screaming. From the towering heights of Kingda Ka to the relentless twists of Titan, these engineering marvels are proof that humans will go to wild lengths for a good thrill. Whether you're a coaster newbie or a seasoned adrenaline junkie, these rides are calling your name. So, which one's at the top of your must-ride list? Drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more epic adventures. Until next time, keep chasing those thrills.